Hello nerds, my name is John. This is Top Nerd News. So apparently Ezra Miller from the upcoming Flash movie, Flashpoint, is becoming very violent, apparently. Articles say that he's been going around slapping people, harassing people, and even threatening people. What consequence will this have on future actor Ezra Miller as the Flash? We do not know, but damn boy, what's wrong with you? After being very excited to see the new Flash movie, where we're going to meet both Michael Keaton's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman, this is a very sad moment. Apparently Ezra Miller in Hawaii was accused of harassing people and ripping the microphone from a karaoke singer, where afterwards the bartender or the owner of the establishment tried to calm him down, but eventually the police had to arrive and he had to be forcefully removed. Apparently the couple he was staying with found in the middle of the night Ezra Miller standing in the bedroom where he robbed them of their wallets and threatened to kill them. Is this going to have repercussions for the movie Flashpoint and Fantastic Beasts 3? Well, we have not heard anything about it yet and we do not know. And of course everybody saw the Oscars. Some people thought it was very boring in the beginning, but then a slap was heard around the world and it became a little bit more interesting. Well, come on, man. I must say that I am very disappointed at this point. I am one who have grown up with Will Smith's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and have enjoyed multiple of his roles. I really do like Will Smith as an actor, but that act at the Oscars was kind of a bitch move. The funny thing about that is actually that he was laughing at the joke from Chris Rock.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Until he looked upon the face of his wife. Now I know that she has alopecia and that the joke maybe hit her a little bit hard. Will Smith was apparently laughing, saw her face, and decided to do this.
I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow.
Will. This is very sad. I know there are discussions on both sides about if it was a right thing for him to do. My opinion, and the opinion of the Nerd Hangout, there is no reason to go up and slap a man at an event where he is hired to tell jokes and roast the people sitting there. It was totally overreacted. What would have happened if it was Ricky Gervais? Would he have killed him? Later on, Will Smith did apologize to the Academy, but not to Chris Rock, but did so after a few days on a tweet. Now, we don't know what the repercussions this will have for Will Smith. I myself really like him as an actor. And do I think that the Oscar should be removed from him? My opinion is no. But I think he should be banished from the Academy, or at least punished to make a statement that this act of violence is not tolerated. What does this say to the world? That stand-up comics are now supposed to be violently hit for telling a joke? Come on, man. Why is this even a discussion? You could defend your wife in so many ways, but not by creating a scene like this. Anyway, sad news aside, the new Morbius film is released and John, he's about to go see it. Over to you, John. So yeah, John, we're standing here right outside of Fisketorvet here in Copenhagen, Denmark, and we are so excited to go into Cinemax to watch the new Morbius movie. And it's going to be IMAX, of course, so we get the best quality. We are so excited about this movie, and we're going in to enjoy it right now. Very cool. And of course, we did make a video clip here on the Nerd Hangout where we talked about the Morbius character from the comic books. We made the trailer reaction. You can see it right here, guys. Click the card if you want to see it. We are really excited about this movie. I am one who really do like vampire movies. I think the trailer looked very cool, so we're very excited about this. So yeah, John is probably soon going to finish with the movie. We are very excited to see what he says.
A few moments later.
Now tell me, John, How was it? Yes, hi, John. Uh, I'm sorry. What? I said, how was the movie, John? That's disappointing. Yeah. Like I said, guys, I was very excited about Morbius. Okay, let's just lay a foundation. This is gonna have some spoiler, guys. So if you don't wanna get spoiled by the movie, go watch it, and let's get back to this episode afterwards, guys. You were warned. First off, I did kind of like the movie in some aspects. I think Jared Leto played Morbius decent. I liked him. No problem there. The enemy was very good also. But there's no doubt that this movie really looked rushed. There are so many different ways that they could have gone, which would make the movie so much better. And can we just agree on one thing, that apparently now, I remember in the old days when people were a little bit annoyed about trailers and basically didn't want to see them because they always took the best parts of the film and put it in the trailer. So all the best scenes were already seen before you watched the movie, and that is true. Nowadays, now it seemed like the movie companies are recording things for the trailer that aren't even in the movie, and that's just confusing. I mean, the Spider-Man scene, the Vulture scene, the Oscorp building from the trailer wasn't even in the movie. Why? That was the thing that we discussed most apart. That was the big mystery of the movie. Which universe is this? Is Tom Holland's Vulture is here? Andrew Garfield's Oscorp building, well, the name of it was written the same way. And then Tobey Maguire's picture of the Spider-Man. And then we come to the movie and nothing. There's nothing. It's such a missed opportunity. One thing that they did include was that he called himself I Am Venom, which was fun.
Who the hell are you, man?
I am Venom. I'm just kidding. It's Dr. Michael Morbius, citrus.
And thank God, at least that was in it. So it is set in the Venomverse. So far, so good. And compared to the Venom movie, I don't think that Morbius is worse than Let There Be Carnage. I like Venom 1, and then Morbius, and then Let There Be Carnage. If that will put anything in context for you, you could tell me in the comments what you think. I think they tried too much to make him an anti-hero. It's just in the beginning that he's this vampirous, uncontrolled bloodsucker who kills everybody on that ship, container ship, except Martine. And as you find out later on that he thinks that he continues to do it, but it's actually his friend who has taken the serum for himself also. And the thing about that character is, it was such an extreme change from him, from being this friend who just wanted a chance at life, and to becoming this horrid evil, completely given over to the power. I think it needed a little bit more dialogue, it needed a little bit more storytelling to tell why he is so evil, because he seemed like just two different characters to me. I liked the graphics, I liked the way he looked, I liked the way he attacked, it turned into vapor. Some of the powers maybe were a little bit, really not necessary. And I really liked that it was a doctor, but if they wanted him to be an anti-hero, they should have waited. I think it would be much cooler if he was a villain in this movie. The entire movie could be a conflict of conscience for him, and I think it should have ended him being a full-out villain. You could have laid it out in so many ways. Maybe that the time when he killed Martine and bit her, she should never have turned. She should never have become a vampire herself. Scratch that. But it could have made him absolutely mad and fully given over to his beast side, becoming a villain. And I think this is such a missed opportunity because the ending was just like that. Everybody I've heard about talking about this movie on YouTube were like, when the ending came, was that it? That was easy. That was sudden. Was that it? Instead, it would be so epic if Andrew Garfield stepped into the scene there and tried to stop him and actually caught him and sent him to prison. That would be so cool. It would set up Andrew Garfield for a future Spider-Man movie. It would be such a nice cameo for him to have, and you would leave him with still being a villain. You can put a sequel out there where he reaches back into his human side or whatever, and then become an anti-hero, because in the comics he is a villain, and then in the future comics he becomes more of this anti-hero, and they should have followed that line, but they rushed everything in this one movie, and you can feel it so good. But there was no Spider-Man. There was no connection to any Spider-Man in there whatsoever. And that's just a missed opportunity. It would be so cool to have it be in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Verse. I would have loved that. I think people would have freaked out about that. Even if it was a very small role, just in the ending, coming there, beating him up, catching him, and send it away. I don't think it would have taken the spotlight away from Morbius at all. It would just make us excited for what's the future Sony's going to bring us in this universe. Instead, they gave us the worst ever post-credit scene, if you can call it a post-credit scene. It makes no sense whatsoever. The Vulture does show himself. It's the Tom Holland version, no doubt about it, in this universe. But you see in the first post-credit scene the ripple effect of Doctor Strange's magic spell in No Way Home. You see it in the sky, and then suddenly Michael Keaton's Vulture just reappears in a prison cell. And the first thing he says, "Well, I hope the grub is better in this joint." Now, I love the character of Vulture in Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man. This guy who's did anything to protect his family, and he actually showed respect for Spider-Man for saving his daughter. This didn't seem like that character at all. He didn't care that he turned into a totally different universe where his family doesn't even exist. His main point was not to get back to this universe, to get to his family. He just accepted that he was there, and he knew exactly what happened. He wasn't even shocked or confused like you see Tom Hardy's Venom when he reappeared in the post-credit scene from Let There Be Carnage. He was confused, like, what is going on? What's happening? No, the Vulture was like, he just said, "Oh, I hope the grub's better in this place." It was so bad. That was the first scene. The second scene, you see Morbius driving a car, although he can fly now, he's just driving a car, and he meets out in the middle of nowhere, and then Vulture just comes in his suit without having any gear from the alien invasion in New York from the first Avenger movie. That's how he made the Vulture suit. He didn't even make it himself. He had a team of people making it. They were not there, but apparently somehow he got the Vulture suit anyway. So apparently he is a mechanic. Also, yeah, I don't know. And he flies over to Morbius. He says, "Nice to meet you. I think we should do some good. And I think we should make a team and let's go get Spider-Man." And Morbius says, "Intriguing or interesting." It makes no sense for the movie at all. First of all, Morbius in the entire movie has been this guy wanting to do good. Why would he want to join a villain? Or why would he want to do anything against Spider-Man? Why would he even want to do anything with this guy, this Vulture guy? He's actually been a loner the entire movie. He didn't even want his friend to become what he is. I know they're setting up the Sinister Six. They just did it the worst way. At this point, I feel like, Sony, what are you doing? I know Sony have made some great movies out there. Some of them are out there. But the last couple of things are like they're dropping the ball. Let's call them eggs. They're dropping. We have an egg for Fantastic Four, which was a flop. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and there are others. They're holding these eggs. Oh, they drop them. They fall down. They flop. They can't continue the series. Oh, okay. What are we gonna do now? Now Kevin Feige makes No Way Home. He lines it up in such a great way that Andrew Garfield becomes so relevant again. Even Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man becomes so relevant again. And like gives them these new freshly eggs to Sony. Here you go. This is from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've laid it out so you can continue making this franchise and they're going to be relevant for everyone. Oh, thank you, Marvel. I've seen what you've done there with the post-credit scenes. I want to do the same thing. We're going to do it with this one, with Morbius. Oh! They drop all the eggs, flatten out, and they don't know what to do with it. Sony, please listen to the fans. Take advice from Kevin Feige. Take your time. Don't rush things. I would have loved to see a Morbius movie success. I do love the idea of Morbius. I think it's such a missed opportunity. I don't hate the movie like so many other people. It is watchable if you just take everything I just said and ignore that fact. Yeah. Tell me in the comments, guys. What do you think? This is all I have for this episode. I'm disappointed. Bye, nerds.